I can refilm this later, but set up in the mind. Person on a tractor goes across the street, dressed in orange. And then a bunch more follow, and then it starts raining. And I think to check my phone. And I try turning off my Wi-Fi, buying in the Astrals, and they just weren't letting me. I kept swiping up and trying to hit it, and it would not turn off. I then eventually got it to turn off, and some vehicle pulled up next to me, and I was like, oh hell no. So I started driving off and away. And then there was a different vehicle, like some shipment vehicle or whatever, that was outside this building. And it kind of cut me off. Oh, it almost did. It started going, and I was going. And I was on the left side of it. But I kept going, and then I turned to the left down the street, and there were all these carbonated beings, garbage collectors, who were right there. And I kept driving away. And I was like, damn, is this not gonna end? It just was kind of like a maze. Because remember how it started raining, and then I turned off the Wi-Fi and it stopped? So they were upset about that. But I think they just wanted to get more fear. From me. In building up this little chase. So, in building up this little chase, in case you can't hear me over the fan. And there were all these garbage collectors. And I turned to the left, and I was going down the street. And then I turned to the left again, because they didn't stop me by there, but one of them threw a can in the road and then kicked it again. And I kept, going and getting away. And then I kept driving through the mess. And then they were following me, and more were coming. And again, they were all carbonated black men. And then it was like I was going, and I felt someone reach inside the vehicle, because I guess the window was down for whatever reason. And I felt this hand on my chest. And yeah. And then it just felt like my heart was about to beat out of my chest. But I guess I was really fighting subconsciously. And what happened was I got pulled out of that scenario. I was back in my body, but I was in the Astral, so I was here. So like how my body is here right now, in this bed. That's where my astral body was. So the first scenario was just a simulation in my mind, in the astral. So you take this body, let's go deeper. It was my astral body, but it was inside the mind of that astral body. So I pulled myself out of that, and there was some type of operation going on my body. And there were, from what I could feel and see, 3 beings in space. And there was one on the right, one on the left, and one in the middle, diagonally. And the one in the middle had its hand on me, and I kept trying to like get up, but it just kept pressing me down and putting pressure on my chest. And I was struggling in the moment to think of questions or what to say, what to do. But all I could think of saying was, who are you? Who are you? And nobody answered, but from the sounds that they were making, it was literally like I was in an E.T. film. That was not a human. I've said before that I've seen alien grays, but that might have been one. But I couldn't see with whatever device, however they set it up, where I couldn't see them if I, came out of it and looked at them, like the full image of them, but I saw their hands. And it was a being that had fingers like this. Like that was its hand. It did not have a full human hand. And I kept just asking, who are you? And my heartbeat just kept and then I came back to my body. I guess my consciousness was shot back to my body. And I got up and I definitely screamed twice. I don't know if I startled my roommates, but that's what happened. Yeah. And then before then, at like 4 a.m., there was an operation again. But then I came out of that. So here we are. Videos for entertainment, educational purposes only. There's a lot going on, y'all. Whatever they are putting in the news, just know there's so much more going on. This is why I choose to have faith in the divine forces. Because there are a lot of beings that do not want the best for you. And what chance would we have? So that's why the divine is stepping in and helping us in making this entire system crumble. So I'm gonna end this here and probably refilm it, but just wanted to make some notes for myself. And before I went off again, I smelled cake. Again, it has something to do with the ritual.